We have our 2 branches that are located in Houston currently closed. Thankfully, we're very blessed that all 154 of our employees in Houston are accounted for and safe. Job one. We anticipate in the next couple of days we should be opening at least one of those 2 branches, and by next week we should be up to full speed.
And Doug, what are the issues from a kind of more systemic basis here in terms of looking at the functioning of the banking system in this region that's been affected, even just in getting cash to people and the basic operations of banks?
Well, first of all, our hearts go out to those that have been impacted by the storm. And, of course, the banking industry is going to respond in turn to help the recovery. But in terms of the actual impact, right now customers need cash, and all the Fed Reserve offices in close proximity to the affected area are open, and cash is being directed to those ATMs that are functional at this particular juncture. And we're actually suspending ATM surcharges in many cases to assist customers when they're using ATMs that are not from their bank. So banks are doing that, as well as looking at suspending potential late fees on loans and other service fees as well at this point. Of course, it's all about getting branches operational. And in areas such as Rockport, we've seen banks offer mobile branches to other financial institutions and get those operational. So I think that's just a representation of what we saw during Katrina. Houston was a primary destination of individuals leaving New Orleans as a result of Katrina, and responded just amazingly in terms of helping customers of banks get banking services. And I would expect no less within the Houston area as they provide a vital part of the recovery. As you indicated, there are 1,000 financial institutions and main offices that could be affected.
Keith, Diana mentioned earlier the impact, sort of the angle here on the mortgage industry. Does that affect you guys as well?
It'll have some impact on us. Any house that was in a floodplain was required to have flood insurance. What we don't know yet is by how much this particular flood, being a monumental flood, might in fact have flooded houses outside the floodplain. And so that's an assessment that's going to be ongoing, and one that we don't have completed at this time.
Because what's the risk for you if those people did not have flood coverage and then they're facing out-of-pocket losses?
Well, the way that this works, we're in the mortgage warehouse business, so while we don't originate loans, we actually are financing loans originated by independent mortgage companies coast to coast. So roughly 2% of the national volume, up to 6% of the national volume might be in Houston or the affected areas. And so we are a national footprint company in that particular business. So to the extent of those roughly 6% of our total mortgage warehouse loans that would be in Houston, it would be those that are not covered by flood insurance that would be impacted. The investors are going to want to see a new appraisal if in fact it doesn't have flood insurance, and obviously the new appraisal is going to show a lower value.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.